The Chuwi Vi10 Plus is a new and affordable Chinese tablet which in its base version ships with Remix OS. There also is a more expensive version which doubles the RAM and memory to 4GB and 64GB and comes with Windows 10 and Remix OS in a dual boot setup. We have checked out the base model for you guys and here are the results. So the Chuwi Vi10 Plus comes in a large brown box which is typical for Chinese tablet PCs. The package contents are the tablet, a power supply, a USB Type-C cable and a quick start guide. We also got the type cover for our review, but you will have to purchase it for extra 25 bucks. The type cover is made from a felt-like material, which does feel nice but is a serious dirt magnet. The lid can be folded to a stand for the tablet PC. The base of the type cover is rather thick and sturdy, which also makes it usable on your lap, so you don't always need to look for a table. The tablet is attached to the type cover using a strong magnet docking mechanism. When closing the type cover and opening it, the tablet turns off and on automatically. Unfortunately, there's some bug which wakes up the tablet in standby mode every couple of seconds when the cover is opened. The keyboard inside the type cover does work excellent and is perfect for anyone who types a lot and fast. We didn't have any issues writing huge blog posts on the type cover in a short amount of time. The key travel is good, and the only thing we dislike a bit is that the keyboard is quite noisy. The touchpad does work very nice as well. Initially, the surface seemed a little too rough, but that somehow disappeared after a week of using it. Scroll gestures are recognized reliably, and there also are two mouse buttons below the trackpad, so you can actually press the whole surface like on a MacBook. The build quality of the Chuwi Vi10 Plus is excellent as well. The whole rear including the sides are made from a single piece of aircraft grade aluminum which has been CNC crafted. The glossy bevels on the sides give the tablet an elegant look. The slightly curved rear covers the tablet's thickness and makes it look very thin. The ports have been drilled nicely, the tablet doesn't make any noises when shaking or pressing on it, and the hardware buttons sit in place tightly. The only thing we dislike a bit is the Windows button on the front. You would have loved to see a Remix OS logo there. The dimensions of the tablet are 276.5 by 180 by 9.5 millimeters. The weight measures in at 691 grams. The available ports include a headphone jack, a micro USB port, a USB Type-C connector and a micro SD card reader. The screen is a 10.8-inch IPS LCD panel which operates at 1920 by 1280 pixels resolution. The special thing about it is the brightness, which is a lot higher than on the average screens we know from Chinese tablets. It's not an OGS panel though. Anyway, outdoor readability still is fairly good. Another nice thing is that the brightness can be controlled automatically, which indeed works amazingly well. It's enough to set the base brightness to the lowest level and then turn on the automatic control. The result will always be a perfect brightness level. The quality of the LCD panel is excellent. Content is displayed crisp and sharp, colors do look intense yet still natural, and the contrast is pretty good. Thus, the panel is quite usable for viewing pictures and movies. The touch panel is based on a 10-point digitizer but isn't the fastest one. There is a clearly noticeable input lag which interferes with fast typing. Also, the glass is neither scratch-proof nor very smooth or oleophobic. The remaining specs of the Chuwi Vi10 Plus are a Intel Atom X5 Z8300 SoC, 2GB of RAM and 32GB of memory. Unfortunately, the RAM and memory both aren't outstandingly fast, but luckily we haven't noticed any of that during actual use of the tablet. Just when moving around larger files you notice the low writing speed of only 30 MB per second. Demanding games are playable with no issues on the Chuwi Vi10 Plus. Many current Android games run smooth even on highest graphics settings. We haven't noticed any overheating issues and the processor didn't throttle. The maximum temperature observed by us was 60 degrees Celsius. Only by charging the SoC can go up to 70 degrees Celsius. The HDMI output works well, but there's a catch. You can only use the resolution and screen ratio of the tablet screen as HDMI output. Remix OS does not have options for HDMI output with different resolutions. This makes the picture look strange on a wide-angle TV. On the software side of things, we find Remix OS version 2.0 on the Chuwi Vi10 Plus. It is based on Android 5.1.1 and supports OTA updates. So far there have been 2 updates, which is nice to see, and those updates really are needed since Remix OS doesn't run perfectly stable on the tablet yet. When switching between apps, we often faced a crashed system, making a reboot necessary. Luckily this only happens like every 2 to 3 days, so it's nothing that makes the tablet unusable. Besides of that, we had a lot of fun using Remix OS at work and at home, and yes, it indeed can be an alternative to Windows. Pure Android isn't anything for serious productivity on a tablet or netbook, but Remix OS changes that. It comes up with a window system that enables you to do true multitasking with Android apps. The only limitations are that some apps are optimized for touch control a lot, which makes it a little complicated operating them with a mouse and keyboard. Another one is that you can't resize windows of all apps. Google Chrome, for example, can only be used in full screen mode. A typical disappointment we are used to from Chinese tablet PCs is the Wi-Fi. First of all, there is no support for dual-band Wi-Fi, and second, the antenna sucks. 3 rooms in between the Chuwi Vi10 Plus and the Wi-Fi router are enough to cause serious issues while streaming videos. So anyone who doesn't work right next to his router and doesn't own a Wi-Fi repeater should stay away from the Chuwi Vi10 Plus. For Bluetooth, we didn't face any issues, however. Another disappointment are the internal stereo speakers, which sound way too flat. What's more, there is some strange audio filter that makes the audio quality even worse on low volume levels. Audio output through headphones and HDMI, however, is flawless and very good actually. The Chuwi Vi10 Plus comes with 2 cameras, of which both operate at 2MP resolution. Cutting the story short, they aren't good. Pictures look like oil paintings and videos look bad too. Furthermore, the microphone sucks, so using a headset is a must. Let's end this review with something more positive, and that's the battery life. The Chuwi Vi10 Plus packs a 8400 mAh battery, which made the tablet reach more than 9 hours of screen on time in the Geekbench free battery test at 30 to 40% screen brightness. In real life use, we have been able to use the tablet non-stop for 6 to 8 hours depending on what has been done with it. Another neat thing is the fast charging. The tablet charges with 5 volts and 3 amps through the USB Type-C port, and the battery is charged from 20 to 100% within only 2.5 hours. Bottom line, the only things we dislike about the Vi10 Plus are the software crashes that occur every once in a while, as well as the bad Wi-Fi antenna. Aside from that, the Chuwi Vi10 Plus does a lot of things right and offers an awesome price-performance ratio. That especially applies if you can catch it for around $160 including the type cover. Such special offers are frequently done by GearBest. So that's all from our side. If there are any questions left, please drop a comment. More information and the link to the shop can be found in the video description. If you like what we are doing here at CMM, please support us with a visit at chinamobilemag.de or at our English site chinadevices.net and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, bye bye, over and out.